native population of 700,000 ruled prior to February 1942 by Dutch and Portuguese, Timor is today ostensibly Japanese. But somewhere on that island is a gallant band of Australians supported by a few Dutch. The war has been over for them for 10 months, but they won't admit it, won't give in. Mystery Island, slumbering in the tropic dawn, but only part of it. Keen Australian outpost eyes watch their dangerous enemy while weary comrades sleep. Another day for the men of Sparrow Force, and for some of them at least a rare treat: deer meat, venison, for boys who've lived on crocodile and water buffalo for many months. They haven't seen bread since February. Lieutenant Jerry Mackenzie finds the buffalo tougher than the life he leads. They haven't heard of austerity, but they know about it. Addition to the larder, friendly natives bring in a young croc, all alive-o, so that he'll keep, but so trussed up that he might as well be dead anyway. For 59 days, Australia did not know of their existence. Native bush telegraph even told them that Australia itself had been conquered. But they went on fighting, just for luck. Captain Baldwin was a master at Geelong Grammar School. Natives used bamboos for almost everything, even a shower bath. The men of Timor have pinned down a big Japanese army. Up to 2 months ago, they had killed more than 600 Japanese for the loss of 17 Australians. It's a Jap looking for them, but from the sky he sees only jungle and scattered native villages. They fight the Japs in a hit-and-run warfare, severely rattling the much more numerous enemy. They ambush him, shoot him up with Brens, Tommy guns, and rifles, their only weapons. Finally, they broke his morale so that he ventured after them less and less, sent petitions urging them to surrender. That's how they fight. Hit and run, kill all you can, and retire. The true guerrilla. Natives bring in a Dutch officer wounded in the skirmish. He has a stomach wound, but will recover under the unit's able doctor, Captain Dunkley, who has performed miraculous work with few drugs and scant equipment. That wound belongs to Private Doc Wheatley of Western Australia, ex-kangaroo shooter. His rifle has brought down no less than 47 Japs for certain. His fine-type cobbers are the brothers Charlie and Stan Sadler. The story of their recontact with civilization is one of the epics of the war. With a few odds and ends, signalers began to build a radio transmitter. They scrounged for everything, going time and again through the Jap lines to do it. They went at night even into Japanese-held dilly, shot up the nip, and took a generator from a car. They melted solder out of old gear and caught it in bamboo for reuse. And after many heartbreaking failures, they got a signal through to Darwin. When they heard Darwin order all stations off the air to prevent interference, those lost nomads got the kind of thrill that comes to few men. It was a thrill, too, for the mainland listening post. But their first message was received with suspicion. They were all believed dead or captured. It could easily be a Jap trick, a come-on to lead an assisting force into an ambush. So Darwin Signals officers took precautions. Many of the Sparrow Force men were known to them intimately, and backflashed a message. To prove your identity, give Christian name of Jack Sargent's wife. Answer immediately. That was duck soup to the boys in Timor. They answered immediately. And over the ether flashed the one word which was to bring them help: food, clothes, ammunition, and the weight admiration of the whole Australian army. And so supplies came. How they came doesn't matter, but they reached the marooned men of Timor, removing the threat of eventual death that dwindling stocks of ammunition grimly marked. Came the mail and letters from Australia, voices from home talking to them in the wilderness. And Australian money, not as pay for them because there's nothing they can do with it, but pay for the natives who appreciate the silver currency. The Japs offer paper money printed on the spot. A raid on a Japanese-held native village is planned. The natives round the Australian territory are friendly and loyal. But the Japs have armed many other tribes and incited them to attack the Australians and the tribesmen supporting them. Thus they have begun a civil war. It might be Australian hill country, and the white guns bring back nostalgic memories to the marooned men of Timor. Only a comparatively small patrol of Aussies can be spared for the job. They will rout the Japs, and the natives will then deal with their perfidious countrymen. Warily, scouting parties close in on the doomed village. The Japs have no idea of the hot time coming to them, and here it comes. The honorable sons of Nippon light out for the big timber, lengths in front of the native population. And then the Bungs go in for the kill, with flaming spears and fire sticks. It's going to be hot today. Primitive warfare, inspired and guided by white men who have gone back to the primitive to preserve their own lives. Men who know what privation means: spleen, lice, dysentery, malaria, hunger, blood, and suffering. Victory, but removing only one small threat momentarily. And so the prisoners come out, natives, only because the Japs wanted to live to fight another day. Livestock and men in strange mixture. Women, old near to death. And children just beginning life. Young girls, old men, a pitiable band, the spoils of war. For meritorious service, 5 outstanding NCOs are praised by their company commander, Captain, now Major Jeff Laidlaw, famous Newcastle athlete and surf swimmer. Because of his giant proportions, Laidlaw is known as the Bull to his men. Said the Bull when asked about Japanese fanaticism, "I haven't seen much fanatical dying, but I've seen some bloody fanatical running." No pen is better equipped to express the tough, taut, magnificent men of Timor than that of their own Corporal Jones. But you'll hear all our cheers in another 10 years, or in less than that perhaps. They'll say, "Pack up your gear, you're not needed here. This island has run out of Japs."